So welcome to my site, everybody. My name is Paul Spires, and I am a real estate agent in the beautiful state of Virginia in the Shenandoah Valley. And I've been making a series about the various regions around where I work that have attractive features, and I made some other videos to take a look at them. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about the area that is southwest of Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm sorry I don't have another map, a 3D map that goes down in this area, but southwest of Virginia is a beautiful area where there's a lot of wineries. It's on the east side of the Blue Ridge Hills, and I don't know a lot about wine, I have to confess, but I'll tell you, if somebody's making a huge investment, and many of them are making a huge investment in a facility like a winery with many acres, it must mean they like it. So what we have here is a moderate climate, and there's a lot of interest in wine, and there's a population that supports it as well. So Charlottesville here has a lot of going on. You can look that up online. At one time it was a very popular area, one of the hottest areas in the United States, apparently. You know how that is, but it's beautiful, I have to say. Now, it's on the east side of the Blue Ridge Hills. So one thing that you're not going to get is many sunsets. If you buy and get a property on the flanks of the eastern side of the Blue Ridge Hills, you're going to have some amazing sunrises. But when the sun goes down over the hills in the western part, you're going to kind of miss out on the sunset. But it's a gorgeous area. There's a lot of Airbnbs in there. The wineries that are popular around there, there's a lot of them actually, and they have, in the season, they have oftentimes wine tastings and various kinds of social activities. They have music going on, many of them, and other kinds of activities. And it's really a gorgeous area. So if you're interested in wine and the kind of ambiance that goes with it, consider that area. Now, north of Charlottesville here, you go a little further. There's also some wineries. There's a place called Crozet. Crozet is a very popular area. You'll see it advertised. It actually has kind of this, this kind of atmo about it, you might say. That's kind of, they have polo matches. That's kind of the atmosphere. It's kind of upscale, if you know what I mean. But the thing is that I found that in Crozet, even though it's very popular, you go down in there at certain times, and it's just very traffic, because they have a lot of people going into a small area where the wineries are and the schools are, and it's just a congestion. And once you get northwest of Crozet in this area, you're looking at some really steep hills and so on. Again, you buy on the eastern side of these hills. I have some family members, some relatives that live over here. It's a gorgeous view east, but boy, it's a dirt road, it's a gravel road, and a driveway, a very steep driveway to get up there. So it's not my kind of thing, but people want to live there. It's a great view, I have to say. But again, that's a little bit about the area. I don't want to make these videos really long here, but I want to encourage you to take a look at the area that's southwest of Charlottesville, because if you go to the north of Charlottesville, as far as the investment and the prices and so on, it gets really high, honestly. But you go southwest of Charlottesville, and you'll find it's very rural down here. And even though there's a lot of wineries, there's not a lot of actual people living there. So if you want a homestead, or the agricultural zoning is perfect for that, and there's great views, and there's a natural terrain, and you have Route 29 that comes south of Charlottesville. Route 29 is a 4-lane highway for large parts of it. It goes through Lynchburg eventually, all the way down to Danville, to the North Carolina border. But if you look around in the places like Amherst and Madison and Forest and around Lynchburg, a little bit west of Lynchburg, you can find some beautiful places for homesteading. So when you're looking around on Zillow and you're trying to find a place, if you can't find it somewhere else, consider this area down here, down in the Piedmont, because it's actually very beautiful and a little bit undervalued, in my opinion, as far as the value, because you can get on Route 29 and shoot up to Charlottesville and have a work there, or you can go south over to Lynchburg, and you can have like a two couple kind of a profession type of thing where you can live where you have a half-hour drive north or a half-hour drive south to Lynchburg, and that kind of arrangement. So I want to encourage people, if they want to contact me, I can help search. I've been all over the area. I've driven many, many miles around here, and I keep in contact with the real estate industry and what's up for sale. My specialty is real property, and I sell a lot of property that's related to homesteading, and that's my lifestyle. So thanks again for listening. I try to make these videos short. If you have any questions, contact me, and please leave some comments, like and share if you appreciate the content. Thanks a lot.